Well, hello everybody. Welcome one more time here to the live broadcast. And let me stop that video. I forgot to turn on my lights. I'll be right back. Production value. Can you guys hear me? Well, I'm here like every Friday once again for our happy hour. Ah, actually, there. That's better. For our weekly, it says zero watching. Why? What happened? Technical difficulties. I upgraded to a new version of the Macintosh operating system, and maybe no. It says elapsed time 56 minutes. So I'm supposed to be online. Well, welcome everybody. Okay, starting to show up now. And happy Friday! Happy Friday to Barbsy, Michael Merck, and Alex Cruz. I'm sorry. Hello from Andrea and Alex. Hello to Ileana as well. Yeah, Ileana is watching us in the living room as we speak. And I'm sweating. I was just outside testing my generator, exercising my generator because I might need to use it in my upcoming trip. And I don't know why this is flickering. I just updated to. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I just updated to a new version of Final Cut Pro here, and maybe it's acting up. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out here as we speak. All right. So, Taradeka, hello, Robert. North Carolina still very cold. Yeah, I bet. It's very hot here today. It's like it's not summer hot yet, but it is very hot. It's in the 80s for sure, and it's humid. So, and I was just outside. Joanne from Tampa, hello there. Um, oh, it's going fast today. This chat. How many people do we have here? 69 watching now. Wow. Joanne Hazelgrove, thank you so much for being here. And Debbie Du, saludos from Kissimmee, Florida. And volume good. Okay, that's good. Last time, let me know if you hear the music. Like for example, because in the last video, the music didn't. I was watching it after the fact, and I couldn't hear any music. Can you hear the music now? No, I don't think you're hearing any music. I have to fix that because you should be listening to the audio from Final Cut. That's the this video is gonna come out on Wednesday, by the way, when I took a cruise on the Miami River with Chris and Cherie. They're like the experts when it comes to mobile internet. Technomadia is their website. Very, very, very nice fellas. I had a good time cruising with them. And thank you, Alex, for that super chat, man. Appreciate it. Telehack is here. By the way, has anybody known anything about Grandma Patty? Uh, she's being missing for over a month now, and she used to be a regular. So, wandering travels. I can hear soft music. Yeah, I have to I have to do like a rehearsal and see what's going on. It should be is sounding loud like it used to. So yeah, more research shall go into this. I was gonna do it now, but I'm not gonna do it during the live broadcast. And we have MRM Management, Rafi, Dallas, Texas. Love your videos. When you're planning to come back to Texas? Well, probably not until January of next year. I'm planning on going to the RTR this time. So January, most likely. Yeah, I won't be able to make it out west earlier than that. No 80s in New York. Brr. Yeah, it was funny. The other day I posted a picture on Instagram and somebody told me that it was 27 degrees. I forgot where. Was it in Pennsylvania? Oh, I have such bad memory. But I thought it's 27 degrees over there, but it is 72 here. It was 72 here in Miami, so it was like like the opposite. Wandering Travels enjoyed Flashback Thursday. Yes, I'm gonna be doing a few of these Flashback Thursdays because mainly because I already have them uploaded and produced. Those are the videos that I'm actually posting on Amazon Prime. I rebranded them a little bit, changed because those had the old intro. By the way, EJI3511, thank you so much for that super chat. Appreciate it. And as I was telling you, I have like one more produced. Maybe next Thursday I'll put it. Otherwise, I may not cancel them, but put them off for a couple of weeks. Love the drone footage from the Salton Sea area. Yeah, that out west. The good thing about out west is it's so much open space that flying the drone is very easier. It's a lot easier to fly it legally, if you will. What we drinking, Uncle Robert? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Same thing as last week. Where did I put it? I've been a little not not discombobulated, but I kind of lost track of time today. I was exercising the generator outside, as I told you, and I left on, so I have the champion generator with the remote control, but and it has a crank battery, and the battery died, so I had to use my Noco a battery booster. And today, by the way, we're drinking Funky Buddha, same as last week. I love this beer. So, salute everybody. Happy Friday. Skål, as they say in Norway. And Santé. Snowing in New Hampshire. Oh, Joe Cotron. Joe Cotro Croto. Hopefully, I always have a hard time pronouncing your name. I don't know why. No, hopefully, by the time I make it there, in the fall, I don't think it snows, right? What microphone would you recommend for a podcast? Well, it depends. I hear those blue microphones are nice. That there's the Rhodes. Just get a decent condenser mic, and make sure that you have a software afterwards where you can equalize it and compress it a little bit. That's what I lost track of what I was going to say. Yes, the main thing for a podcast, if you want it to sound good, you need to equalize it. You need to raise that high end, and depending on your voice, a little bit of the low end, and then you compress. Excuse my language, the crap out of that signal. So you don't have a lot of ups and downs in the volume, and then noise gate. So you don't hear the room noise, as you will. This traveler, our moderator, did you explain why you're still showing the online chat on your video? Because you guys asked. I asked you guys last week, and you guys said, yeah, to keep it up. So, I could turn it off. I mean, it's. But I think it adds a little bit of context. Maybe for the people who are watching on TV, for example. If you're watching on your television in the living room, you don't see the chat on the side. So, hello from Charleston, South Carolina. Hello, Bruce. Been enjoying your videos on Amazon Prime. Can watch you on my 55-inch TV screen. Yeah, that's great. Telehack, hello there. Beverage on a Friday just tastes the best. Funky Buddha, yes. So, from Yuma. I was briefly in Yuma. I wanted to stay longer, but it was one of those things. If I really wanted to stay as long as I wanted to everywhere out west, it would have been 3 months, and I didn't want to be away for that long, to be honest. And and this was like a reconnaissance trip. Really, next year I plan to do a more thorough exploration of the West. I mean, so many things. Lake Havasu, and I'll probably go up to Las Vegas. We'll see. Order CD today. Yes, I saw that. Don't worry about my last name. Just call me New Hampshire Joe. Okay, we'll do that. Do you have family in Cuba? And do you visit there from Wandering Travels? I do. I have very little family there. I actually mostly are actually friends from childhood that we kind of sort of stay in touch. But I have a cousin. My two first cousins live in Cuba, but I haven't been there in since 2000. I went to for New Year's Eve 2004. That was the last time I was in Cuba. Um, Call me Johnny Yuma, right? What kind of drone do you have? I have the Mavic Pro. And my son Bismarck want to know if you've seen Phil Collins live in Miami. No, I haven't. I would love to see him live. Uh, yeah, but I haven't seen. I've never seen Phil Collins live. I would love to. Although I was kind of disappointed with Lionel Richie in Las Vegas, so I don't know if I want to see anybody else live. I don't want to, I want to keep that image. My icons from the '80s. Keep them in the memory as I remember them. um, Freezing cold in Minnesota. So we're here in Florida. I love your videos. Thank you so much, Pat Kruger. Leslie Leslie Barrett. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate it. Leaving Yuma, Arizona next week to Yucca Valley. Mhm. I kind of liked Yuma. Next time I want to cross the border to Algodones, Mexico, just to see it. And I see the chat screen on your 70-inch TV. Yeah. So that's the main reason why I'm keeping it. I mean, it's not. I mean, if I'm doing it on my phone, of course I cannot put the chat right there, because on the phone but since I have this software here in my computer and it seems to be working, I did the upgrade today, and knock on wood, everything seems to be working okay. Robert, did you fix the overheating of the transmission? Do you have transmission cooler? The transmission only overheats really is, and I don't know if it is the transmission or the engine. It's just the same gauge, I guess. Uh, Only when I'm going uphill, and I'm going to go up Mount Eagle mountain now in my next trip. I'm just gonna take it slow early in the morning, and you know. But I haven't done anything to the transmission, and I missed. No, let me go back. Let me go back. What's a nice watch you had on your video this morning? Yeah, how do you like that? I haven't been. I was actually having even second thoughts about doing a watch commercial, kind of, because it's totally unrelated. But I wanted to have the watch, so I told them, yeah, send it to me. People will like it, and it's a nice. It's a good watch, like to go out and stuff. It looks pretty, I think. I visited Cuba when the Rolling Stones went there. 1.3 million in concert. Crazy. Yeah, that was like what, 5 years ago. That was crazy. Yeah, that would have been a good sight to see. I'm sure people were very excited to see the Rolling Stones in live. Robert, I was thinking of renting an RV from an RV rental company. Would like to go to the Keys, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. It can get really expensive. Gas, rental, cleaning fees, opinions. It does get expensive. You're looking at $200 a day probably, after all is said and done, plus gas. But it's. I mean, if you already have an RV, it's better to do it in your own RV if you have the time. But it's a good way to get your feet wet in the RV world. Figure out everything. But so by the time you buy your own RV, you know what's going on. That's what I did. I did it twice, two trips. The first one was that first trip that I did that we went to Ohio. We went to Sandusky, Ohio, and I made a couple of mistakes on that trip, and then the trip that we made to the west, to the Four Corners, and then 3 months later I bought Minitini because I was hooked. Love your videos. Just got back from Mount Dora. Soon traveling to Matlacha. Oh, Matlacha is awesome. I liked Matlacha. I mean, there's not a whole lot to do there, but it's such a nice little town, and people are nice, and good seafood, and you can kayak, and fishing is the fishing capital of something. That bridge is like everybody's fishing. I think people go on fishing dates. I saw young couples going like on fishing dates, so it's really cool. How much does your trailer weigh from NJ Foam? It's 29 3,000 dry, so I haven't really weighted it with everything in it. I'm afraid to actually. But yeah, how does the signal look? It looks good, right? Timex is better than Rolex. I work actually. If you watch that video from, it's called Road Trip by RV by Traveling Robert. It's the trip that we did to Ohio. At the beginning, I come out with a Timex watch, and that was the last time until today, or until I got this one, that I wore a watch, because then I had the iPhone and I didn't see a need. But the watch now, it would be like more of an accessory. Do you ever pull the trailer on cruise control? Always. I mean, unless there's traffic. But on the open road, I always put the trailer on cruise control. I set it at 65 miles per hour, and off we go. So happy to see you, Robert. Tim and Kathy in Simi Valley, California. Hello there. Off work. Time for a beer, an RV chat. Hello there, Antrit. Ah, this is good stuff. My hubs uses cruise control pulling trailer, suburban pulling 18-foot camper. Yeah, and everybody tells me, well, not everybody. A few people have told me to drive with the overdrive off, but unless I feel it struggling, I leave the overdrive on. I mean, it's I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Actually, I'm curious to know. Maybe cheaper to stay in hotels in the Keys. Well, hotels in the Keys are very expensive. So if you're looking at about $100 a night for a campground average, maybe a little less, but that's if you want something with a nice view, that's what it costs. Hotels are 250, 300. Oh, you were talking about something else. Never mind. And yeah, you're talking about rentals, 250. Maybe they've gone up. Mine, after all was said and done, was about $200 a night. But it was an old, it was pretty beat up. That Thor Four Winds. Um, yeah, the Keys cost anywhere you go. Yeah, that's true. B&B in the Keys. Yeah, the first couple of times I stayed at the Keys, I stayed at a bread and breakfast. But still, it was like 250 a night or something like that. No, it wasn't cheap. We are going to be looking at the Thor Gemini 23 TK at the Hershey Show. What do you think of them? I've heard bad things about Thor's when it comes to the build quality, but I mean, just look at it and see if I mean, you just knock on every wooden surface and make sure that it's well put together. Do you enjoy your Winnebago? Does it work for you? We've bought a Jayco in 195. A few things I'd like to change. Well, I've changed a lot of things in this Winnebago. I removed the dinette and put some folding tables, like to be able to work easier with the computers and more flexibility. But yeah, for overall, we like it. Maybe for full timing, we need something a little bigger, maybe something motorized. But for the most part, it's good. I added the solar panel, of course, and all that. Wandering Travels, no, Rat Power Bikes is no longer a sponsor. They haven't been a sponsor for a couple of months. Almost, yeah, for a while. Receive your sticker. Still waiting for your T-shirt and CD. Thank you. Yeah, the CD is going to arrive here on the 16th, hopefully. And I expedited the order so they arrive sooner, because on the 17th I would like to hit the road. But that's gonna be a busy day, because as soon as they arrive, I'm gonna start packing them, and I'll take them all to the post office. I've sold over 30, something like that. Love the videos, being RVing for years from Elkhart. You see, you've been here. Yes, Brian Williamson. I actually enjoyed very much that Elkhart Museum, the RV Hall of Fame. That was very cool. Oh, Robert from Hialeah. We bought our first fifth wheel in the Tampa show and love it. Wish to see you on the road. Well, congratulations. Hope to see you on the road too. In Hialeah, huh? They let you keep that RV in Hialeah. That's cool, man. I'm just kidding. From Japan. Oh my God, this is I think the furthest. Well, we've had people from Australia, but I think this is the furthest we have. Welcome from Japan. I'd like to go to the Florida. I'd like you to. You would like to go to the Florida Keys again. Well, it's a long way for you, but hope you can make it. Lee Rodriguez, hello there. Telehack, I wonder if Fiesta Key is still there for campers. It was supposed to be sold for condos, but I think it didn't happen. Fiesta Key is still there. I don't know if they're open after the hurricane, but it's still there because I was there 2 weeks ago. I passed by and yeah. It is time you upload. Is it time your upload signal is weak? I see buffering sporadically. Yeah, I've seen the yellow light in my software down here. Uh, I don't know. I'm connected to the good Wi-Fi, so I don't know. I saw the Comcast van outside earlier, so maybe they're playing with my signal. Ever been to trailer parks in Rosarito, Baja California, Mexico? Not yet. Not yet, but it's on the bucket list for sure. Ron Fuger, how are you, sir? Any plans on coming to the Sarasota area? Maybe on the way back from Kentucky in about 3 weeks, but not. I have no set plans. I don't know if I'm gonna return through the West Coast or the East Coast of Florida at this time. Order my CD today, yes. And thank you so much to all of you who have ordered the CD. William just got laid off, so we are heading towards Nashville on the 18th. What campground do you recommend? I will have to watch your video again. I stayed at the KOA, but right there next to the KOA, there's I think they're all more or less the same. There's the gummy bear. No, what's it called? The Yogi Bear campground. There's like 4 campgrounds, one next to each other, right by the Grand Ole Opry. And they're all about the same. They're a little expensive. If I recall correctly, it might have been like $60 a night. But it was a KOA. But they're all there. I think there are some campgrounds further away, but that's like the closest to downtown. How do you enter the giveaway for the watch? There's a link on that video description. I think it's jord.com/g/traveling Robert, if I recall correctly. Come visit the Rockies in Canada, particularly the Icefields Parkway, Highway 93. You know what? I'm going to write that down because I'm going to forget that. Icefields Parkway. Let me open here my trusty Google Maps. And as you can see, I was researching the Miami River because I was editing that video that I did with the Technomadia. Man, I have too many windows open here. This is gonna be rough. So you said the Icefields Parkway. Let's look it up. Let's look it up here. Icefields Parkway. Okay. Oh, that's like in the middle of the. I'm gonna put a star next to it. And I'm gonna add a label. I'm gonna put Scenic Drive. Otherwise, I'll never remember why I put a star there. So thank you so much for that recommendation there. Because eventually I'm gonna make it to the Canadian Rockies. I don't know when, but I will someday. The whole Banff Jasper route is one of the 20 drives of a lifetime. I wonder if I could drive a towing the trailer. If it is a, if you can drive it with a longer vehicle. Hello from Kentucky. You were able to drive through a while ago. Well, this time I'm going back to Kentucky in about a little over a week, if all goes well. So I really like the Kentucky countryside. It's a beautiful state. You have solar and mini? Yes, I do. I have a 100-watt solar panel. Eventually, I want to upgrade to 200 watts, maybe even a better battery. Fiesta Key is called Fiesta Key RV Resort. They are open. Look them up on Facebook. Yeah, they're not a KOA. They're Anchor. They're an Anchor property. So if you have 1,000 trails, you get some discounts. Stay coming when you come to Kentucky. All right, Wandering Travels. Where are you in Kentucky? Am I gonna be able to Where are you in Kentucky? Because I'm gonna leave my mom in Louisville for 5 days with the family, and I'm going to be driving around, not too far from Louisville, but yeah. My dad's loves waiting you. Have you ever thought about writing an ebook on the best way to experience the Florida Keys? Yeah, I thought about it, but and eventually I will. I started writing a book some years back about the Four Corners region, about the Wild West. But I think I need, in order to make a really really good book about the Florida Keys, I need to go down there at least 10 more times. I still have to do more research, but I would love to write an ebook. If you ever get a chance to go to San Simeon and camp out at the state park, it's beautiful, right down from the Hearst Castle. Yes, I've been there, not with an RV. I've been there on a rental car. That whole Pacific Coast highways, it's just out of this world. If you ever get a chance to go, okay, that's what I just read. Sorry. Hello, everyone. Can't wait until we can drive our RV across the country. Love the info from Robert and others. Thank you so much. Kathy's Crazy World from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Love your viewers. Thank you so much, C. Smith Upshick. And I'm going to be driving through Chattanooga on the way up. May not be able to stop. Maybe on the way down, back south. I don't know. Not in Sachs, Robert. What? Lake Cumberland, close to Cumberland Falls. Yeah, Cumberland Falls definitely is in the. It's that's by Corbin, Kentucky. So that's definitely. Well, yeah, you were the one who recommended that before. I'm really bad at remembering who said what, but yeah, they definitely Cumberland. Yeah, 30 minutes from 75, and that's what I've been thinking, going up 65 and then coming back down 75. Hello from Brighton, England. Hello there, Ben 1313. You need to do a trip from the Keys to the tip of Maine. That would be great, right? Through US 1 all the way. Just do US 1 from Duval Street. No, it's not in Duval. It's like a block away from Duval Street, all the way to the Canadian border. Jarbear. Oh wait, my bad. Didn't read enough. Did I miss something? I've been missing. I've been missing some of the earlier messages. Oh, here we are. I can go all the way back to the beginning. All right, let me go back to the end. You asked where I was in Kentucky. We have great campsites and wonderful lake, and stake on me. Okay, definitely. Um, Wandering travels. Maybe you can send me a message on Facebook or something, and we'll definitely coordinate. Because that would be. Let me see my calendar here real quick. Because no, I opened my mail. I just, when you upgrade your computer, sometimes it's okay. Here we go. I anticipate, and around the probably around the 25th, 26th of April, but not sure. That would be Cumberland, Kentucky. More or less, could be one day earlier, one day later. You know how it is when you're on the road. Okay, let me go back here. So many, and the cold beer. Hey, cold beer. I've got one here. Salud. Cheers. Mm-hmm. Lake Jocosi in the upstate of South Carolina. Also, Mountain Lake, Devil's Forks. South Carolina definitely love the South Carolina I'm gonna write that down. But hold on, let me. Have you made a blooper video? Will you also? You ever had a flat on Minitini or Kia or any of your trips? I had a flat on Kia on my second trip. Yes, it's a second voyage that we went to 1,000 trails, and in the video that I'm publishing this Sunday, I get a flat tire on the trailer. Not on the road though, so it wasn't so bad. It was just a pain to find a spare tire, to buy a new tire. How many of the lower 48 you got left before you are 48? Well, I'm halfway there, more or less. I haven't really counted them. Hello from Washington State. Hello, Robert. I'm from Davao City, Philippines. You are the second furthest away. No, you are further than Japan, probably. I don't know. You guys are down there. We got someone from Japan and we have someone from the Philippines. So that's great. Have you tasted our San Miguel beer? I haven't. I haven't tested your San Miguel. I've tasted the San Miguel from Spain, but I'm supposed it's a different San Miguel. So, no, I would love to. And maybe I'll go to the Philippines someday. Eventually, I would love to travel everywhere. I'm sorry. The stream here is sometimes freezing. I'm seeing it in my software here. Something wrong with this computer or with my internet. I don't know. Devil's Fork State Park. Let me search that real quick and put a star next to it. Devil's Fork State Park. It says near Salem, South Carolina. I'm gonna put a star right there next to it. And seems to be a nice. Yeah, that's a nice area. I haven't been that far north. Well, I went to Asheville, so this is. I might be able to make it there on the way back on this next trip. Who knows? If not, maybe on the fall road trip. Doo-doo-doo. If you need a place to stop over of I-75 north of Chattanooga, you're welcome at our place. Oh, thank you so much. You can knock out two states once you Lake Cumberland, since you also be able to hang out with the Ohio Navy. Well, Kentucky and Ohio, I already have them. So those two, I need to do the whole New England. I need to do like the Pacific Northwest and all the states in the middle. Like Nebraska, Kansas, the Dakotas, Idaho, Iowa. What's it called? Wyoming. All that. I haven't done any of those states. So at some point, Icefields Parkway 93 into national parks. The highway maintained fairly well in the summer, closed in the winter. Yeah, I can imagine in the Canadian Rockies. When you looked up the Icefield Parkway, I noticed Saska. And the map label. I didn't pay close enough attention. All good. Didn't mean to confuse you. No problem. San Miguel Rocks. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. I'm sure I can find the San Miguel here in Miami at somewhere. Where in Miami do you live? Well, I live north of Coral Gables, west of Little Havana. It's called Flagami, I believe, the neighborhood. Hey, this is Sal from Texas. Huge fan of yours. Thank you so much, Sal Rosas. And Sean Hector, hi Robert, we love the album played on my drive from Maryland to New York City. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much. And Alex Cruz, so the fam and I are heading to Savannah, then Asheville. My question goes, both of you caravanners, followers, and any places I should stop and see between the two places, between Savannah and Asheville. That's an area that I haven't myself. I haven't explored all that thoroughly. Let me look at the map here. Well, I would do a piece of the Blue Ridge Parkway, of course, and well, you're gonna be in you're gonna be near the Nantahala National Forest. I've been through Colombia, the capital, but I don't know if there's all that much to see there. I will just make a detour and explore a little bit of the Blue Ridge Parkway and the Smoky Mountains and that area, but I would not consider myself an expert, not yet. There. Fat Cat, my girlfriend asked how many kids you have and how old are they. Greetings from Germany. Thank you so much. I have a stepson. He's gonna be 21 next month. Amazing. Time flies. Hello, Robert from Michigan. Another state that I have to add to my map at some point. The Upper Peninsula, the whatever you guys do it there. Yeah, yeah, definitely. In Asheville, I would recommend a great campground. It's on the river. Okay, Eric. And Dustin, thank you so much. Happy weekend for that super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. What's for dinner tonight? Eating out or going out? Tonight's weather will be nice. Mariquitas and beer or two with some ropa vieja. Well, that's last Friday I hung out with Alex Cruz and maybe I had one too many. So thank goodness for Uber. We hung out in Little Havana. We had some mojitos. That was really nice. Viajando sin rumbo. Thank you so much for that super chat. Muchas gracias por el super chat. Been looking at your video. I'm in the process of buying travel trailers just from Juan Miró. Got back this last weekend. Went to see a few in Fort Myers at Camping World. Yeah, you have to narrow it down exactly to what you need first, and then yeah, there's so much variety. It's have you been to St. Augustine? So if so, any recommendations on campgrounds? Well, if you can get into Anastasia, what is it called? Anastasia something or another. In St. Augustine, I haven't been there, but I hear it's one of those Florida state parks. Anastasia State Park. It's in St. Augustine. There's also a KOA that I've stayed at, but many years ago, so I don't even know. I stayed at that KOA when I didn't know anything about RVing on my first ever RV trip in 2011. So, but St. Augustine is a beautiful city, a little touristy. You know, it's the oldest inhabited. It's the oldest European settlement in the United States. Juan Miro, I live in Fontainebleau. All right, almost neighbors. Joe in New Hampshire, if you go through Route 77 and 26 in Pennsylvania, we hit lots of construction going to Florida last week. There's a lot of construction. Bruce Camp on Flagler Beach is awesome. Yeah, Flagler Beach is not right there in St. Augustine, but it's nearby, and I hear there's another one on in Flagler Beach that is like really. Oh, where is it? Or is it in Palm Coast? I don't know. So sometimes my stars don't show up here and in my Google map for some odd reason. But yeah, no, that's not it. Where am I? St. Augustine here. I think this is it. Is this the one that is right by the ocean? No, that's a barbecue place. Oh well, I have a bunch of places here saved, and then sometimes they don't show up. They're Beverly Beach, Camptown. They have all these RV sites right here on the water. I would love to go to that place. Even though the beach doesn't look, I mean, it's not like the west coast of Florida, but I would love to stay at that Beverly Beach. What do you guys think? Okay, where were we? Going to Orlando, Florida next year, September. Hope to see you somewhere, sometime in Florida. Maybe we'll cross paths as I'm going on the way north towards Hershey, Pennsylvania. French Broad River Campground. Yeah, Eric recommended that campground when I was going to see the fall colors last year, but I didn't. Can you still drink from the Fountain of Youth in St. Augustine? Last time I checked, yeah, but it didn't. Obviously, it didn't work for me. So. uh, Can you? Okay, yeah, you can drink all the time, but it's. I mean, even the guy that was there at that time said that it's just it doesn't taste very good, but it's just water from the basin, whatever. Beverly Beach is awesome. Okay, so I would love to go there at some point. Uh, we'll see. There's so many places, and sometimes Do you recommend any campground in Alabama when I go in August? Never been. Well, Alabama is one of those states that I haven't really been either, to be honest. I cheated on my last trips just so I could put the sticker, and I had lunch at this truck stop called the Oasis that supposedly was kind of famous, but yeah, no. Absolutely love the Miami walking videos. Been many times and watched them, and when I'm not able to make it down, I'm going to make one soon. Not Miami, but the Coral Gables area because I've never done one. And it's a pretty area, and I mean, other than downtown and some parts of Little Havana and Coral Gables, Miami is really just a large suburb. I mean, there's things to see, but a lot of it is the same. But definitely, we have pretty areas. Of course, there's Miami Beach, that I made one video about Miami Beach, but I could go a lot more in depth there. Hello, Robert. Driving coach bus and drove from Pennsylvania to Orlando last week. Watching you from Williamsburg, Virginia this week. And Williamsburg is another place that I want to visit during my fall road trip on the way to New England or on the way back. Colonial Williamsburg. I know it's touristy, but it would be cool to make a video there. This is Sal from Texas. We're going to Florida this July, thinking of going to Panama City Beach. What's there to do over there in Panama City Beach? And in July, it's the beach. There's lots of places, to eat and that. But it's Panama City Beach for the most part. I think is a party town, and beach. It's beautiful beach. Well, in my opinion, Panama City to Destin is like one of probably the best beaches in the United States, as far as the quality of the sand and the water. And in July, it's gonna be warm. You're not gonna want to get out of the water. Hey, from Wellington, New Zealand, you win. You are the furthest away from us this evening. You should visit Australia and New Zealand one day, definitely. I would love to spend like a month in Australia. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna make that 30-hour flight or whatever, I would love to really, really tour the area. And New Zealand, I love New. Oh man, the internet is bad today for some reason. Well, this thing is not as untouched, Eric, this traveler. Um, there's an area where I stayed. It's even a little less touched than Destin. It's a little to the east. It's where Camp Golf is, Miramar. There's a state park that I always forget the name, and that place should be good. It's Grayson Beach or Grayton Beach, something like that. You guys remember the state park in the Panhandle? I have a star on it, of course. And there's this little town called Seaside, which is beautiful. There's Topsail Hill. Yeah, Grayton Beach State Park. That is supposed to be a really good state park and the beach is as good as Destin is in the area. So, Robert, in your opinion, what's a good quality camper brand like for pool campers to tow? If you want, actually, from this is circumstantial from what I've heard and seen. Of course, there's the Airstream, but you pay for it. I mean, but you see Airstreams from the 50s on the street, so obviously they last a long time. If you want something really big, Grand Design I hear is really good. But besides those, I don't really know. Oh, the ones made by Lance. Lance made some really nice campers. They're on the smallish side, but I liked a lot what I saw from Lance. And there's another brand that escapes me right now, but I will. Hey, my volume is broken or something. So when you get this, can you wave or do a thumbs up? I know. Thanks. You make my day. Wave and thumbs up. And Red Jaguar looking for an upgrade video for Mini. Upgrade video. What kind of upgrade? Dustin, Biscayne Bay Brickle is my favorite. Buddy used to live in the Icon. Well, the Icon, you know. That's the good life, man. That area is all condominiums, and it's even an area where if you don't really even really need a car if all you do is around that area. So yeah, definitely. On the way to Memphis in our micro mini. No, congratulations, Memphis. Um, Southbridge Village in Sturbridge, que Southbridge. You know, I'm losing my eyesight in my 40s. What can I say? You can come up to New England if you like Williamsburg. Sturbridge Village. I've never heard of Sturbridge Village. Let me write that down. So much stuff that I have to put in my travel planner, and then of course Old Sturbridge Village. Cool. I'll add it to my starred places here. Okay, let me continue reading your comments here. It's been great chatting with you guys today. How many people do we have in the dashboard here? 87 watching at the moment. Okay. Here we go. The last time I was near Panama City was back in the mid 80s, I think. Oh, I think it's changed a bit, Eric. If it is anything like Miami Beach, it's a different city. Have you ever met a subscriber on the road? Yes, actually met many subscribers on the road. One actually even pulled me over once on US 27 near Claremont, Florida, and his name is Willie Montañez. If you ever see him, he has a YouTube channel too. Joanne Hazelgrove, St. Andrews State Park in the Panhandle. I have to write that one down too. You should look up the Kinop, Michigan Keweenaw, Michigan Upper Peninsula, but go through Michigan, not Illinois or Wisconsin. Yeah, definitely. The Upper Peninsula and well, this Eric, of course, has met me in person a couple of times. Um, do you go fishing? What kind of fish can I catch in Miami? You know, I'm not. I've never. That's something that I am yet to learn how to fish. Fish and scuba dive. Those are probably the two goals for this or next year. Sturbridge Village in your trip north. Yeah, I have I added it already to my map. So definitely, if you get a chance to go see Volcanoville. Oh my God, outside of Chico, California. Cool, beautiful areas to see. Alex Cruz, 87 caravanners. You're a superstar. Thank you. Dustin, did you finish all the snacks from your snack box, Robert? Oh, I got a new snack box back by popular demand. Not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, I'm going to publish that video. And this one, I got some Mexican beef jerky. It's good. Hello from Missouri. We spent this January in Panama City Beach. Yeah, it's one of the best beaches. How many miles would you say your Hyundai? It's a Kia actually, has towed Mini Winnie. Seems like a reliable tow. It's a Kia, and I do have an Excel worksheet where I have that. Actually, it's missing my last two trips to the Florida Keys because I've been lazy. But up to before those two trips, 26,371 miles on the old on the old Kia towing. That's how many miles on Minitini. The car has 140,000 in total. Panama City Beach is a party beach, not always good for young kids. Well, yeah, especially if you go during spring break, I'm sure it's really really adult. But Destin is nice. Destin was very family oriented. Any good waterfalls in the North Carolina area? Well, maybe somebody else can answer that. In my opinion, Tennessee is my favorite place to go in the USA, mainly the Smoky Mountains area. So beautiful, yeah. And the people in Tennessee are very nice too. I really like Tennessee. I like the mountains. The Western Tennessee is a bit of a boring drive sometimes, but Memphis is also a very historic, very very nice city. Making a video on maintenance on your RV and car before traveling. I'm really bad at maintenance, but yeah, definitely I'll make one. I don't do maintenance on the car myself, by the way. Mahi Mahi is being caught now. Yeah, yeah, Mahi is an awesome fish. Uncle Robert, really like your California video. Thank you so much. And I still have one more video of California. The continuation. I ended with the sunset, and I'm going to continue with. I'm going to continue. Oh, this. Are you guys experiencing a lot of buffering? I don't know what's wrong with my internet today. Have you guys decided yet on what type of new rig you will get? Not yet. I mean, it's gonna be a Class C, B plus, 23 to 20, 21 to 23 feet long, around that range. But I don't know exactly yet. Do you go drinking, and what kind of beers do you catch in Miami? Oh, we got all kinds of of beers. Seaside is also the filming location of the Truman Show, starring Jim Carrey. Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. Hmm. You have no volume. I'm sorry about that. Maybe you can put headphones. I don't know. Check check if you're muted. How many miles and hours do you typically drive a day in your cross country excursions? Is the Kia driver comfortable? Yes, I find the Kia comfortable, especially because I've been driving her for 14 years. So it's like the seat is already has the shape of mm, you know. Never mind. I did it. This is a family show, but I've driven 8 hours, 10 hours straight. Although my my preference would be to drive. Oh, what am I opened the wrong program. What am I doing here? Hold on, quit. No, I opened Final Cut for some reason. Lots of buffering. It's a bit buggy. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going internet today. Actually, let me switch Wi-Fi here real quick. It's going to cut for a second. And are we back? Are we back, everybody? Uh, yes, it seems to be a healthy stream right now. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I have great internet downloading, but uploading it's never been very good in this Comcast connection that I have. I have not seen the Anderson Hitches weight distribution hitch. No, it's okay, YouTube. It's me. It's because I want to get recognized, but I don't know because my volume is broke. I did the waving and the thumbs up. If driving from Central Florida to Grand Tetons, what route would you recommend? Drive through Texas? Yeah, I haven't been I haven't been to the Grand Tetons yet, but I imagine you would have to go through Texas. Uh, oh boy, I don't know what's wrong with my internet today. It's I'm in the same place, same same signal. There you go. Eric has the answer. I thought the buffering was on my crappy LTE Montana internet. No, the buffering is all me today. I don't know what's wrong, and I had better signal at the Tampa show that I'm having here. Uh, when I hear your theme song, I'm driving in my RV. It sticks in my head all day. Yeah, Outmax, you were recognized. Oh, brother. I'm sorry about all the buffering. I'm gonna have some beer. Let me close Final Cut. Maybe it's sucking too many resources. Maybe I have too much stuff open. Oh, I just sold a. Well, not like an hour ago. I just sold another CD. John Martin. Cool. Let me close my email. Raining outside. I drink to that. Hopefully, I'll be getting the new CD next week. Well, if CD Baby is not lying to me, no, CD Baby, no, they're Disc Makers. It's the same company. I should get them on Monday, the 26th. I mean, the 16th, in 10 days from now, and I'll ship them right away. Yeah, you can have a drink, Outmaxed. Salute. Friday night equals beer night. Yes, definitely. Although I think I'm gonna stay home tonight. Maybe I'll work on some of the videos. You know, last Friday night was. I'm getting too old for this kind of partying. I'm drinking a funky Buddha from. They were originally from Boca Raton, Florida, but now they are located in Oakland Park, which is near. It's part of Fort Lauderdale. Tomorrow is National Beer Day. I didn't know that. Salud desde Denver, from Denver, Colorado. Hello, Cesar. The higher the beer consumption, the lower the buffering. Oh, I'm gonna have to get another one then. Mm, if you don't have a national park pass, go get one. It saves you a lot of money, and there's a lot on the way. Yes, I didn't have one until this California trip. I bought it in California, as you guys probably saw in the video, and I think I got my money's worth on the way back because I went to Montezuma Castle. There were a couple of places that took the pass. So when's the next cooking video? Actually, on this Sunday's cooking video begins. I mean, this Sunday's video begins with me cooking my legendary stew. So I couldn't get up on Saturday after cold ocho, Cuba ocho. Yeah, calle ocho. No, you're not alone. Oh man. Yes, it was. I'm sorry about this buffering, guys. Awesome. Yeah, and today we only have 68 watching. I guess this must be all this buffering. So, but don't worry, I'll restart the computer before next week's video. Maybe we'll get a better result here. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple more questions and then we're going to call it a night. Although in the West Coast it's still daytime. Cesar Valerie, con mucho frío, extrañando el calorcito de Miami, missing Miami heat. Well, it's getting hot down here. Está haciendo calor, 80 y tantos grados today, 80 something. So, do you use the Woodall's guide at all? No, I don't. I don't. Maybe I should start doing that. Yeah, good that you retracted that message, Outmaxed. What beer is going in this too? I don't know. It was some IPA that I bought at an Aldi somewhere in Southern California. I don't remember exactly what was the name of that city, but it was, two IPAs went into it. It's on the video. I forgot the name. Super Patouche, love your Paris video and the soundtrack. Going to Paris in a week and watch it repeatedly. Well, I'm glad you liked it. That was a great trip. I love Paris. It's one of my favorite cities in the world for sure. It's like everywhere you look, it's pretty. You know, I have always been a whiskey kind of guy. Well, I've been a Scotch kind of guy most of my life, but lately I get hungover if I drink Scotch for some reason. I get kind of like dehydrated, so I've been sticking to beer and sticking to less scotch, if you will. Any good waterfall in the Carolinas? Oh, there's a lot of waterfalls. Also, the London Pride soundtrack. Yeah, that song. I wrote it after I drank that London Pride beer, and it's funny, the way the soundtracks come about. I was trying to do something inspired by the Beatles, and if you hear the beginning, it's kind of inspired by Sgt. Pepper's, but very soon the track evolves into something else. So. Grandma Patty, yes. Has anybody heard of Grandma Patty? Because I'm kind of getting worried about her. She used to be here every single Friday, and she hasn't been here for about a month. So, uh, will you ever go to the Big RV show in Hershey, Pennsylvania? Yes, I'm going this September. To me, Scotch tastes like a mouthful of rubber bands. Well, it depends. There are so many um, different flavors of Scotch, but yeah, I've been in most of my youth. When I drank, it was usually either Johnny Walker or Chivas or Pinch, and then I got into the single malts, and yeah, and I keep buffering here. And we're talking about Scotch, but I'm gonna be in Kentucky in a couple of no, next week, no, the week after. So I'm gonna be tasting some bourbon. I'm sure. I really like Maker's Mark. So awesome, Robert. I'll be at the show in Hershey to check out the Airstreams. So definitely, I'll be at the show. I've been trying to get in touch with them, see if I can get a media pass like I got in Tampa, but they haven't answered. So I guess I'll meet up in Hershey, only 15 minutes from there. I'm only gonna be there until Friday, so we can arrange something during that week. Definitely, I would love to meet all of you guys. I'm gonna be staying with Red Jaguar 100. Kentucky has the Bourbon Trail. Yeah, definitely. At least I'm gonna go down to Bardstown, which is the bourbon capital of the world, and we'll see. Which day are you talking about the RV show? The plan is, hold on. Hershey RV show begins on the Wednesday the 12th, and I have to check out of the campground probably on Friday the 14th. So I think Thursday would be the best day to do something. 'Cause I don't know what I'm going to do the 14th after I check. I don't want to be at the show during the weekend because I'm sure it's going to be super crowded. And when the RV show is that crowded, you don't get to see much, which is a bummer. Whoa, Frozen! And now so many. Uh, have a great weekend. Thank you, Bill P. It takes several days to really do the Bourbon Trail. Yeah, especially if I have to get a designated driver. Hey, Tap Channel, strike is removed. Welcome back. I'm glad your strike got removed. You got some very great videos of Chicago. I like it. Sweet. I'll keep an eye out for a meetup, or we'll see you at the show. Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll think of something. I'll coordinate with Red Jaguar, and we'll see if what we can do. Yeah, Red Jaguar 100. Let me know if you can. If you can, let me know who do I contact, because I sent an email to like their PR or whatever, but they never answered, and I haven't really insisted. But I got the media pass at the Tampa RV show, and that was really cool. You bringing Minnie to Louisville, Kentucky? Yes, yes, I am. I'm gonna stay a couple of days at my relative's house in Mush Ducking. Although I might stay a couple of days at the KOA across the river in Indiana. Actually, nice chatting with you. Looking forward to some more of your videos. Thank you so much, Leslie. Hola, Robert Prima Weeks. Stacy Forrest, have you tried any Kentucky IPAs? We have a nice Kentucky bourbon ale. I think I tried it the last time I was there, but I'm not sure. So I'll make sure to try one this time. Have a great week, Robert. Good night. Good night, Joe from New Hampshire. And I hope to see you next week. And hope to see you in September, October at some point up there. Uh, are we allowed to use your music if we do our own YouTube vlog? YouTube is not going to flag you, I don't think, because I don't have them. I don't want YouTube. I don't want to flag myself, so I don't have them published in that way. Just if you don't mind, just give me credit. Say, hey, this music is from Rat Traveling Robert, and this is his vlog, and yeah, you can use it. Sure. Un retro video to the Bahamian private K was beautiful. What were you doing there? Well, let me tell you a story since we are among friends here. I republished that video kind of by mistake on Wednesday night. I was massaging my videos. I was making some videos private, some of the older ones, and then I made that one. That video had been unlisted on YouTube for a long time, and I made it public, and all of a sudden everybody got a notification that I had a new video. But I actually uploaded that video back in 2011. But yeah, I was playing with the band there. Hello from the GMC rally out in the Lazy Days in Tucson, Arizona. Hello, Paul. Great to see you here. I've seen all the pictures you've been sending me on Facebook. Drive into the west, into the sunset. Have new 3 subscribers for you. Thank you. That's great. Thank you for all your videos, Uncle Robert. I even sleep with your videos in the background. They're very relaxing. Oh, thank you, Goshal. I'm glad that you like it. You've been watching for a while. You're one of the first ones too. You should do a video of Gettysburg when you come to Hershey in September. Yes, Gettysburg is definitely on the list of places to see. Kendall Tuck. Hello from Tennessee. Do you need any company on the Bourbon Trail? I live close to it. I might need a designated driver now. Actually, when I was in Tennessee, I was going to go to. I was going to go to. What's it called? I'm drawing a blank here. What's the famous Tennessee whiskey? Jesus. You know which one I mean. It was on the way, and I wanted to go, but then we ran out of time. All right, Eric, this traveler. Thank you so much for everything you do here, man, and keeping the trolls out. Still trying to fly the drone. Too much wind in Tucson right now. Yeah, you just be careful. And be careful because in Tucson they have a couple of military bases and the airport, so they may not let you. Don't get in trouble. Jack Daniels, that's it. Oh man, I cannot believe I didn't remember the Jack Daniels. But yeah, when I was on my way to Nashville, it's not on the way, but it's kind of on the way. So I was going to go. Maybe this time. Maybe on the way there, on the way back. All right, everybody. It's 7:10 p.m. here on the East Coast, and I'm going to I'm going to whatchamacallits, say goodbye at this point. It's been great chatting with all of you tonight right here, and I'm sorry about all the buffering problems we had today. Actually, before I go, I'm gonna finish my beer. Fly, pelican. That's awesome. So should I depart with the song, or I'm just gonna say, like I say in the videos? Oh, okay. One more message. Are you talking about Chicago by day or by night that I uploaded last week? Hopefully, it will get the same nice traffic as the previous one. Thanks for checking my channel. I saw the one by night, and I saw the one that when they painted the river, the green river. Yeah. So, how many people do we have right now watching? 73. Yes, of course. Let's sing a song, and I'm gonna see you. Let me see the guitar. Where's the guitar? Ugh. No, I forgot how to play that. I'm I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. I forgot the chords, cause I'm free in my RV. Young Robert has over 400 videos, all worth seeing. Well, not all, but most of them. Everybody sing! I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. Cause I'm free in my RV, yeah, I'm riding, riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, yeah, cause I'm free in my RV. Okay, everybody, and I'll talk to you next week. Happy Friday, and happy life to all of you. Happy trails. See you on the road.